Being a UI UX designer is such a popular career option right now. There's so many UI UX courses, boot camps, and everything, and it might seem like UI UX is really lucrative and it's a great way to enter the tech scene, but UI UX design is not for everyone. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should not become a UI UX designer. So first thing you can ask yourself before you become a UI UX designer is if you do like change and if you like constantly learning, because UI UX design is a space where there are always so many changes. You're not only affected by change in the tech scene or the coding scene, the development scene, but even the design scene where things change so often. There's so many different design styles all the time, so you're going to have to keep updated with all of that, keep updated with the software changes, and just to know what's popular at the moment with all the different plugins, widgets, designs, and whatnot. So there's significantly more learning than perhaps other roles. So you're going to have to see if you like that kind of change and if you adapt quickly and if you are really into constant improvement. Another reason why you might not be suited for a UI UX job is if you don't like educating or communicating with stakeholders. So as a UI UX designer, it's in the name, you're going to have to do user research. So there's going to be a lot of talking to users, the clients, the people above you. If you're in a corporate job, there's going to be a lot of communicating and letting them understand why certain things are important. I think as a UI UX designer, you're going to be working with so many different people. You're going to have to hand over designs to developers, so you're going to have to be able to communicate well there, and you're going to be talking to stakeholders and users, so you're going to have to be able to gather feedback and communicate that feedback really well as well. The next reason why you should not be a UI UX designer is competition. So ever since I started Nomademy, I think I've been really thrusted into the wide expanse of UI UX design. I thought I was decent enough to kind of get by, which I think I am as a freelance UI UX designer, but when I look at other people's work, when I see what other people know in the UI UX space online, I'm already really overwhelmed by Instagram, let alone other platforms like LinkedIn or Dribble or Behance, and I still have a lot to explore there. So I think it's important to remind yourself and to really get an idea of how amazing people are out there, how talented people are, but to not let that competition kind of wear you down. But nonetheless, if you do want to be a UI UX designer, you're going to have to be very prepared for the kind of competition that you're going to face, because design is such a subjective thing. And finally, on the topic of subjectivity, I think it's important to understand that UI UX design is design. It's not art. So if you like creative freedom, if you like expressing yourself freely and however you want with colors and fonts and all of that through your designs, perhaps UI UX design is not the kind of design you would want to get into, because UI UX design has a purpose. It's to make that user interface intuitive, to communicate well through design, and there are certain heuristics and certain metrics that you probably have to follow, and it's not just about making things aesthetic. But I think there are so many different types of design that you'd be able to find something that allows you to express your creativity however you want to without being limited to a user interface or having to make something user-friendly and intuitive for stakeholders. So that's all for my reasons as to why you should not be a UI UX designer. If you decided that perhaps UI UX design is not for you, there are of course so many different career choices out there, especially in this kind of design or tech scene. Stay tuned to the next video where I talk about why you should be a UI UX designer. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye!